Today our topic is why every Stoic kept a personal journal. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life, even when things are hard. It is not about avoiding emotions or pretending that everything is okay. Instead, it is about understanding what we can control and what we cannot, and focusing on what truly matters. One of the most important tools the Stoics used to practice their philosophy was keeping a personal journal. This might seem simple, but it was a powerful way for them to reflect, learn, and grow. Let's explore why this habit was so important and how it can help us today. The Stoics believed that life is full of challenges, and the only way to navigate these challenges is by understanding ourselves and the world around us. They knew that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. Writing in a journal was a way for them to practice this control. By writing down their thoughts, they could examine their actions, emotions, and decisions. This helped them to see clearly what was in their power and what was not. For example, if something bad happened, instead of getting angry or upset, they would write about it and ask themselves, "Can I change this? If not, how can I accept it with grace?" This process of reflection helped them to stay calm and focused, even in difficult situations. One of the most famous Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, was a Roman emperor who ruled during a time of war and uncertainty. Despite his busy life, he took time every day to write in his journal. This journal, known as Meditations, was not meant for anyone else to read. It was a private space where he could talk to himself and remind himself of the principles of Stoicism. In his writings, he often reflected on his own weaknesses and mistakes. He did not judge himself harshly, but instead used these reflections as opportunities to improve. For example, he would write about how he sometimes lost his temper or felt frustrated, and then he would remind himself to be patient and kind. This practice helped him to become a better leader and a better person. Another Stoic, Seneca, was a philosopher and advisor to the Roman Emperor Nero. He also believed in the power of journaling. He wrote letters to his friends, which were like journal entries, where he shared his thoughts and advice. In these letters, he often talked about the importance of self-reflection. He said that we should spend time every day reviewing our actions and asking ourselves, "Did I live according to my values today? Did I treat others with kindness and respect? If not, what can I do differently tomorrow?" Seneca believed that this daily practice of reflection was essential for personal growth. It helped him to stay focused on what really mattered and not get distracted by things that were unimportant. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, was born a slave but later became a teacher. He taught his students that the key to a good life is to focus on what is within our control and let go of what is not. He also encouraged them to keep a journal as a way to practice this philosophy. He said that writing helps us to organize our thoughts and see things more clearly. When we write, we can step back from our emotions and look at our situation from a distance. This makes it easier to understand what is really happening and what we should do. Epictetus believed that journaling was a way to train our minds to be strong and resilient, even in the face of adversity. So, why did the Stoics keep a journal? There are several reasons. First, it helped them to reflect on their actions and learn from their mistakes. Life is full of ups and downs, and it is easy to get caught up in the moment. By writing about their experiences, the Stoics could take a step back and see the bigger picture. They could ask themselves, "What did I do well today? What could I have done better?" This kind of reflection is important because it helps us to grow and improve. Without it, we might keep making the same mistakes without even realizing it. Second, journaling helped the Stoics to stay focused on what they could control. One of the core ideas of Stoicism is that we should not waste our energy on things that are outside of our control. For example, we cannot control the weather, other people's opinions, or the past. But we can control our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes. By writing about their day, the Stoics could remind themselves of this important lesson. They could ask themselves, "Did I focus on what I can control today? Did I let go of what I cannot control?" This helped them to stay calm and centered, even when things were not going their way. Third, journaling was a way for the Stoics to practice gratitude. They believed that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. By writing down the good things in their lives, they could cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation. This helped them to stay positive and resilient, even when faced with challenges. For example, Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the people in his life who had helped him and the lessons he had learned from them. This practice of gratitude helped him to stay humble and connected to others. Finally, journaling was a way for the Stoics to remind themselves of their values and principles. Life can be busy and chaotic, and it is easy to forget what is truly important. By writing about their values, the Stoics could keep them at the forefront of their minds. They could ask themselves, am I living according to my values? Am I being the kind of person I want to be? This helped them to stay true to themselves and not get swept away by the pressures of the world. Today, many people still find journaling to be a helpful practice. It can be a way to reduce stress, gain clarity, and improve mental health. Just like the Stoics, we can use journaling to reflect on our lives, learn from our experiences, and stay focused on what truly matters. It does not have to be complicated or time-consuming. Even just a few minutes a day can make a big difference. You can write about what happened during the day, how you felt, and what you learned. You can also write about what you are grateful for and what you want to improve. The important thing is to be honest with yourself and use your journal as a tool for self-reflection and growth. In conclusion, the Stoics kept a personal journal because it was a powerful way to practice their philosophy. It helped them to reflect on their actions, focus on what they could control, practice gratitude, and stay true to their values. Today we can learn from their example and use journaling as a way to navigate the challenges of life with wisdom and resilience. Whether you are facing a difficult situation or just want to live a more meaningful life, keeping a journal can be a valuable tool. So, take some time each day to write, reflect, and grow. You might be surprised at how much it can help.